Most football fans still make the same mistake. When they see the name Cape Verde on a fixture list, they think underdog. They think small nation. They think easy opponent. And that's exactly why Cape Verde is becoming so dangerous. Because while the football world continues looking at traditional giants like Brazil, Argentina, France, England, and Portugal, Cape Verde keeps growing stronger. Quietly. Patiently. And very effectively. After the first round of FIFA World Cup 2026, one thing became clear. Cape Verde did not arrive at this tournament to make up the numbers. They came to compete. They came to fight. And they came to prove that modern football no longer belongs only to the biggest countries. Welcome back to Ball Hub. Today we're looking at the rise of Cape Verde. Why they are becoming one of football's most dangerous surprise teams. Why bigger nations are starting to respect them. And why nobody should underestimate them during this World Cup. Because behind the small population, behind the small islands in the Atlantic Ocean, exists a football nation built on strength, discipline, determination, and belief. Let's start with what makes Cape Verde so difficult to play against. Physicality. Few teams enjoy facing Cape Verde for 90 minutes. Their players are strong, athletic, aggressive in challenges, and capable of matching bigger nations physically. In modern football, physical strength alone isn't enough to win, but it can make life extremely uncomfortable for opponents. And Cape Verde knows how to use it. Another reason for their success is experience. Many Cape Verde players compete in Europe. Some play in Portugal, others in France, Spain, Belgium, and several other competitive leagues. That experience matters. Because when they arrive at international tournaments, they're not intimidated. They're already used to playing high-level football. They're already used to pressure. And they're already used to competing against quality opposition. Perhaps the biggest strength of all is team spirit. Unlike some nations that depend heavily on one superstar, Cape Verde functions as a unit. Players work for each other, defend together, attack together, and fight for every ball. That mentality makes them incredibly difficult to break down. And when a team combines discipline with belief, anything becomes possible. The first round of World Cup 2026 showed exactly that. Cape Verde looked organized, confident, and fearless. They weren't playing with the mentality of a small nation. They were playing with the mentality of a team that believes it belongs. And maybe that's the biggest change in modern football. The fear is gone. Smaller nations no longer arrive expecting to lose. They arrive expecting to compete. Cape Verde is a perfect example. But here's the scary part for their opponents. This team is still improving. The football infrastructure continues to grow. More players continue to develop overseas. More experience continues to arrive. And every major tournament teaches them new lessons. The result? A nation that becomes stronger every year. Stronger every tournament. Stronger every generation. So while fans continue discussing traditional favorites, Cape Verde continues building something special. Could they win the World Cup? That remains extremely difficult. The giants of football still possess greater depth and experience. But can they shock bigger nations? Absolutely. Can they reach stages many people don't expect? Absolutely. Can they become one of the biggest surprise stories of World Cup 2026? Without question. Because football history has taught us something important. Never underestimate a team with nothing to fear. And right now, Cape Verde looks like a team with everything to gain and nothing to lose. That makes them dangerous. Very dangerous. And if the first round taught us anything, it's that the rest of the football world should start paying attention. Cape Verde is no longer just participating. Cape Verde is competing. And they might just become one of the stories of World Cup 2026.